This is the story of Daddy Mr Noonan and the very, very scary ghost. It was a late night. Daddy Mr Noonan got home late. They'd been out to see a scary movie. It was called The Creature with Two Heads. Lie down, mate. Anyway, they were coming back in the dark and it was raining and there was lightning and thunder. And they thought they heard something behind them. It sounded like this. Then it stopped. Daddy Mr Noonan looked around quickly. They looked around quickly, but there was nothing there. The rain thundered down. They had umbrellas, but they decided to make their trip go a bit quicker and run faster towards home. Eventually, they got home. Stop it! They got home quickly. They unlocked the door, closed it behind them, and turned on the lights. You know what happened? The lights weren't working. It was dark. The lights wouldn't come on. They stumbled around in the darkness trying to find some candles, and then they heard it again. Daddy Mr Noonan said, "What is that?" Mr Noonan said, "Oh, it's just the wind around the house, because it's stormy outside." Daddy said, "I've never heard the wind sound like that before. You sure?" Mr Noonan said, "Yes." He said, "Look, I found some candles." So they lit some candles, and they sat down. And he said, "Do you want a drink?" He said, "Yeah, I'll have a cup of coffee." "What about you?" He said, "I'll have a hot chocolate." So he went out to the kitchen. Daddy went out to the kitchen, and he said, "The machine's not working. There's no electricity." So he said, I'll have a glass of wine then. So he's pouring himself a glass of wine, and he opened the pantry to get the wine. And remember, everything was dark. He just had a candle with him.
Dad?
Yeah?
Does it have happy ending?
Wait and see. He opened up the pantry. There was a ghost in the pantry! It was white and flowing and fluttering, and it had a horrible face, and it was going... And then it disappeared. Daddy got such a fright, he fell on his bum. Boom! And he fluffed. Oh! He got such a fright that the fluff turned into a poo. Ah! Pooed my pants! Mr Noonan, I pooed my pants! Something terrible's happened. Mr Noonan come running out. He said, "Daddy, what happened?" He said, "There was a ghost. There was a ghost in the pantry. And I got such a fright, I pooed my pants!" He said, "Well, you better go wash your bum and go change your pants." "Oh, I'm not going alone, you'll have to go with me." "I don't want to go with you to change your pants and clean your bum. Just go and do it." Daddy said, "Oh, all right." So he took the candle and went off to the toilet to change his pants and clean his bum. While Daddy was gone, Mr Noonan was looking around the kitchen. It's very strange. I don't believe in ghosts. It's a lot of rubbish. Anyway, I better fill the dishwasher with dishes. So he opened the dishwasher and... There's a ghost in the dishwasher! Horrible, scary face! Mr Noonan fell on his bum, and you know what he did?
No.
He pooed his pants as well! Oh, poo my pants, Daddy! He quickly closed the dishwasher door. And he ran off down to the toilet. Daddy had just finished changing his pants. He said, "What is it?" He said, "Oh, I just found a ghost in the dishwasher, and I don't even believe in ghosts, and I pooed my pants." And Daddy said, "Oh, my goodness, what's going on? What's happened?" And then they turned around because there was a glow coming from the toilet bowl, and they looked over the top of the toilet bowl, and a ghost came flying out of the toilet bowl and went straight at them. And then it disappeared up through the manhole. Daddy Mr Noonan went running into the kitchen, and behind them came the sounds of stomping, as if somebody was chasing them down the hall. Oh, they got so frightened, they ran out the backyard, they went down the shed, they hid behind the shed. And it was still raining, and they didn't have any umbrellas, they were getting wet. And then they were behind the shed, and they said, "Can you believe what is going on? And they looked behind them, and there was another ghost! Except this ghost grabbed them, shook them, quickly got away from that ghost and ran off back into the house. Said, "What am I going to do? And just then, Daddy heard something. It was this sound. And a furry face popped around the corner. Do you know anyone with a furry face?
Cat. Magic cat.
The magic cat. The magic cat said, I gotcha! I've been waiting ages to play this trick on you. And then 3 other people took sheets off their heads, and they were just people from the neighbourhood, their next door neighbours. And the magic cat had gone around asking everyone to help out to scare Daddy Mr Noonan as a big prank. And the magic cat said, I told you I'd get you. And then he popped and disappeared. And Daddy Mr Noonan looked at the neighbours that had sheets over their heads and said, why did you do this? And they said, because the magic cat came and told us it'd be fun. And they said, well, thank goodness it's not real. Thank goodness you're not real ghosts. And the neighbour said, you're not upset with us, are you? Get your hand off me. And Daddy Mr Noonan said, oh no, we're not mad at you. You know, it was just playing a practical joke. It was lots of fun. And it was really fun being scared out of our wits and pooing our pants. We thought that was hilarious. Ha 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 ha. So they said goodbye to the neighbours. See you later, neighbours. And they got ready for bed. And they were just climbing into bed. And they were just drifting off to sleep. When there was a noise that... And then a big centipede, heaps of them, hundreds of them, crawled up onto the bed. Crawled onto their bodies. And then a big skeleton came and appeared right in front of them. And then a mummified monster came and grabbed their necks. And Daddy Mr Noonan screamed. And then they woke up. And you know what? It was all just a dream. It didn't happen at all.
Even the neighbours' bits?
Yep, it was all just a nightmare. And they woke up shaking and sweating. Oh my goodness, that's the worst nightmare we've ever had. And they said, hang on, what do you mean? We both had it? That's impossible. 2 people can't have the same dream. And Daddy Mr Noonan, they discussed it, and sure enough, they'd had the same dream. And there's a reason for that. And the reason is because the magic cat was back, and he'd been placing a spell on their bed to give them horrible dreams. But the rest of that story I will tell you in Daddy Mr Noonan and the Scary, Scary, Scary Ghost Part 2. Okay?
That's part 2.
No, I'll tell you that tomorrow.
Another story.
Was that a good story?
Yes.